I would just say, well, I guess a question is how would you suggest dealing with stress for our employees as we start to reopen? I know I have a couple of employees who are very high anxiety in general, and even coming back to after reopening, even though everything's in place, getting them back to normal, I guess.
It's a great question, Courtney. Can I ask you what you do?
I'm the director of a home care agency.
Okay, and that's
More
challenging.
so our office employees, some of
Oh,
them.
I see. So it's interesting because one of the stories that David and I had tracked down is that one of my clients, I told her I was going to tell this story today without mentioning her name. Um, she's normally very steady. She has a whole team of staff. Many of them are working out of the house. And this is the phone call I got. It's too much. I can't do it. It's too much. Home parenting, homeschooling, parenting, managing employees' emotions, making sure they're doing what they're told. It's just too much for me. And so we just had a conversation today about what's the strategy. And she really, first she wrote this unbelievable letter and sent it to me and said, I wrote this letter. What do you think? And I called her. I'm like, do not send that letter. You are not their best friend. Do not let them know that you are dealing with the same thing at home. You're the leader of this company. So the first thing she had to do was manage her own darn emotions. And the second thing we did was really to start to have morning meetings. And she told me that this worked out beautifully. That she is having them gather around and she is setting expectations for the day. She is setting up roles, responsibilities, expectations. One of the things that they were doing is they were coming to her every 15 minutes, right? And if I tell you the truth, we came up with is the GSD method. Get done. She went into the office and she put on the whiteboard GSD. And I said, you need to explain to them that there is so much has to be done in one day that if they're whining, if they're passing the buck, she said the whining's killing her. They're whining it. The kids are whining. The employees are whining. I said, okay, so this is about teaching them communication skills, and this is about getting shit done. And if we're in the middle of taking care of babies, or, she had this scenario, she wrote it to me. I said, I can't help you if I don't know what's happening. She writes me this email. Stacy was supposed to make the phone call. Stacy told Chad to do it. Chad thought that so-and-so was doing it, and in the end of the day, no one did it. I'm like, okay, so we go back, right? Morning meetings, roles, responsibilities, expectations. By when? We need to get this done. Can you have it done by 3 and let me know that it's done? And again, validate where they're at, empathize, and get them to execute something that you need done.
Love that. GSD.
GSD. Get.
If,
Now we
if I
can't.
can
Now I
add to
now I
that,
got to get a video editor. I should have said
we'll,
get stuff done.
we'll add the bleep in at some point. So if I can just add to that, Courtney, when I teach corporate communication skills, and actually same with family communication or couples as well, I always emphasize to talk about what you want. So when you talk about what you want as opposed to what you don't want, it generally makes the environment more friendly and positive, and you're also going to get it. So our brains cannot picture a negative thing. So if I say, don't think of the white polar bear, or if I tell an athlete, don't drop the ball, then you're invoking the image of the exact thing you don't want. And so from a business perspective or a managerial perspective, to say, these are the expectations, this is what I want a smooth functioning office, this is how we're going to do it. That's a much better communication than saying, these are the things we don't want. Now, sometimes you have to be clear about these are things that can't happen. That's just part of running a business and some communication. But making sure you're emphasizing more of what you do want, and you're invoking that sort of imagery.
And also, Courtney, it's really about having some courage, right? Like I said to the other business owner this morning, they don't have to stay working for you. Okay? Jobs are going to be aplenty. We can post and we can find someone that wants a job and that wants to respect you the way you deserve to be respected. And so I told her today, if they're not doing the job as you expect them to do, you can let them know it's okay. You'll start to look. That takes a lot of courage, because then she's got to, post the ad and she's got to interview and all that. But we can't have the wrong people in our organization, because that's a kind of toxic energy as well.
Oh, yeah, and we're very big on that here. We say nines and tens in every seat.